Hey, hey, happy Sunday, and welcome to Dave's After Hours Trivia Club, broadcasting live from the cozy corners of Curiosity Central here in the beautiful upstate of South Carolina. This is where you need to grab your favorite drink, find a comfy spot, and do settle in. Tonight isn't just about trivia, it's about curiosity, memory, and the thrill of discovering something that you didn't know that you already knew. We do usually go live Sundays with After Hours Trivia Club, like tonight. And we have relaunched our Wednesday night show as well. Always at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. So do mark your calendars and don't be a stranger. While our robots do the painting, I will serve up the clues and you folks will be doing the guessing in the chat. Now, tonight's categories. First, we will rank the top 20 Elizabeth Taylor movies of all time. Then we will uncover the top 20 Oscar snubs that still hurt today. And finally, we will discover the top 20 most popular production cars in history. I think that's the most sold production cars in history. And hey, don't forget to visit davidhansonart.com to snag some of the art from tonight's show that you're seeing around. Now, every piece does tell a story. And now some of them can hang on your wall and on your own wall at home. Now, do say hello in the chat. This is where you will throw out your wild guesses. Or you can just hang out and enjoy the ride. So let's see who we got going on here. We got Arena in the house. We got the doctor. Always good to have the doctor in the house. Now, don't forget, we have a special Halloween show coming up on Wednesday, 10/29. I think I've got a poster on that. Let me pull that baby up. Here we go. Halloween special, Wednesday, 10/29, 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right. Well, the early birds are here, so let's not let any grass grow, and let's fire up those robots and get this game going. Here we go. I think we're gonna go. There we go. Ready now. You know the rules. Around here, the robots do the painting and you do the guessing. And I will give you some clues that I wouldn't doubt might be a little helpful. Now, again, we're going to do the top 20 Elizabeth Taylor movies. So, when we do a countdown, 2019, they're a little tough. Here we go, number 20. Before she ruled Hollywood, Taylor was caught in a web of Cold War deceit. Her co-star, another Taylor, Robert Taylor, though they shared no family ties, just a knack for tense eye contact. The film features a young English bride who slowly realizes her dashing husband is hiding a red secret. Think more espionage than evening gowns, more paranoia than pearls. All right, in this thriller, Elizabeth's innocence meets international intrigue, proving she was more than just a child star. So this isn't her very first movie, but this is 1949. She's still a very young lady in this movie. Any guesses? He's going back a bit in time, and to be honest, until I put this list together, I hadn't heard of this one. So there you go. All right, going once, going twice. This one was called Conspirator. Red Scare, intrigue, Cold War intrigue in 1949. Soon after World War II, actually. Yeah. All right. Well, let's move up to 1963. Number 19, I bet you get this one. The entire drama takes place inside an airport, long before flight delays were everyone's favorite horror story. Taylor and Burton bring turbulence to terminal love while other passengers wrestle with money, fame, and heartbreak. The ensemble cast includes a who's who of 1960s cinema, including Maggie Smith in an early role. Expect champagne, mink coats, and existential dread between boarding calls. Taylor's glamorous character almost misses her flight and her marriage. All right. I'm stumping you with these first couple, aren't I? I like it. All right, 1963, Richard Burton, airport, terminal. No, this is called the VIPs. The VIPs, 1963. The robots liked it. Real-life headlines inspired the story after Taylor and Burton's jet-setting romance caused an international paparazzi frenzy. There you go. Land the winner. Good guess. Incorrect. I don't know. Was Liz Taylor in that one? Not sure. All right, number 18. All right. 1967, directed by John Huston and starring Taylor opposite Marlon Brando. Enough said, right? The film features repressed desire, a horse obsession, and military, a trifecta of psychological discomfort. Now, Brando plays a closeted officer. I can see that. Taylor, his frustrated wife. Oh, this sounds interesting. And everything happens under the oppressive Georgia sun. Oh, this one's not Streetcar. This one's not Streetcar. Brando, though. Brando playing a closeted officer. Taylor's performance walks the fine line between sympathy and savagery. I like it. Truman Capote's original adapted script, but left after the production became, in his words, too weird even for me. It's 1960s, you know. Reflections in a Golden Eye. Reflections in a Golden Eye, 1967. I should have warned you, these first few are difficult. We're going to get into the Elizabeth Taylor gravy train here in a minute. Okay, this is going back a bit. 1957 now with this one. Think Gone with the Wind, which we'll look at later. But longer, moodier, and with even more corsets. More corsets. Taylor plays Susanna Drake, a Southern belle haunted by secrets and shadows of war. Her performance earned her first Oscar nomination. Proof she was now playing in the big leagues, 1957. The film mixes Civil War melodrama with psychological unraveling and a dash of gothic romance. Taylor's character, tragic descent, mirrors a nation coming apart at the seams. There you go. Now, I wasn't real familiar with this one either, I gotta be honest. Think Gone with the Wind, but longer, moodier, and with more corsets. I love that. During filming, Taylor survived a near-fatal illness. Her dramatic recovery mirrored her character's resilience, boosting the movie's mystique. Okay, Raintree County. Raintree County. We need King in the house, don't we? Although, I'm not sure you know these either. 1957. Raintree County. All right, number 16. Now we're starting to get into the ones I've heard of. 1973. Midlife crisis meets plastic surgery in the snowy Italian Alps. Taylor portrays a woman literally remaking her face to win back her husband. Critics expected melodrama, but got quiet introspection instead. A rare late career mood piece. Think mirrors, martinis, and melancholy. Sounds like a good combination. Mirrors, martinis, and melancholy. It's the kind of film where the real special effects is Elizabeth Taylor's emotional precision. Yeah. I think the robots are yanking our leg. These are hard. Taylor wore minimal makeup for much of the movie, letting her natural aging, something she rarely allowed on screen, become a part of the story. Now, this is 1973, so this is late in her career. Late in her career. The movie was called Ash Wednesday. Ash Wednesday, 1973. All right. All right. Most of the rest are pretty familiar. Number 15. Number 15. Weddings are beautiful unless you're the father paying for one. Now, this is the original version of this movie. It has been remade. Taylor plays the glowing bride who sets off Spencer Tracy's epic case of wallet-induced panic. It's a domestic comedy drenched in post-war charm and satire. The film nails that universal parental horror, losing your little girl to a tuxedoed stranger. All right, so this has been remade fairly recently. Steve Martin played the father in the recent remake. Taylor's radiance gives the chaos heart and not just headaches. MGM timed the film's release just before Taylor's own first marriage, doubling the box office and tabloid buzz. There you go. You are correct. Steve Martin played the remake, right? I think so. I forget who played the bride. Who played the bride in the remake? Father of the bride is correct. Very good. 1950. So it is going back a bit. 1950. There it is. All right. All right, we're getting down into rich territory here. Oh, Oscar winners and all that kind of stuff. Number 14. 1954. Powdered wigs, military uniforms, and scandalous side-eyes. She is good at the side-eye. Welcome to Georgian England. Where's our Brits? Stuart Granger struts as the world's first fashion influencer, while Taylor brings the silk and sincerity. This one's for anyone who likes the romance with a historical flourish and too much lace. She doesn't need to shout. Her calm grace steals the film from its dandy hero. It has a dandy hero in it. You can practically smell the cologne through the Technicolor. Taylor's costumes were so extravagant that MGM reused several for later period dramas. Because waste not, wear not. Sense and Sensibility, good guess. Incorrect. No, I'm thinking this movie won some awards. I'm not sure. It's called Beau Brummel. Beau Brummel. No? Beau Brummel, 1954. All right. I promise they're going to start getting easier pretty soon. Okay, Elizabeth Taylor, 1954. How soon we all forget. Of course, we weren't born yet. Post-war Paris, wine, regret, and a lot of complicated love stories. Taylor plays a free-spirited spirit who loves deeply and disastrously. Van Johnson co-stars, bringing melancholy charm to a city still healing from war. The film's bittersweet tone hints at Taylor's growing sophistication as an actress. 1954. Taylor's growing sophistication. You'll laugh, sigh, and possibly want to move to Paris and ruin your own life beautifully. Sense and Sensibility is a good guess. Loosely incorrect. This is loosely inspired by F. Scott Fitzgerald's story, which I love the Hemingway stuff about the gang in Paris, right? All that stuff's good. Snakes on a Plane. Yeah, I think that's an excellent guess. Excellent guess. For some other movie. That's like a Christina Ricci. No, that was right. That was Black Snake Mode. The Last Time I Saw Paris. Okay, moving on. Okay, this is one of her Oscar winnings. A scandalous title for a scandalous role. Taylor plays Gloria Wondrous, socialite by day, sinner by night. The movie opens with her walking away from a stranger's apartment, wearing only a mink coat. I think I remember this. Instant legend, only wearing a mink coat. Critics were shocked. Audiences couldn't look away. It's a melodrama dripping with mid-century moral panic. Review. The role earned her first Oscar. Though she once joked, she won for not dying that year. I don't know what that is. All right. Can you remember the different movies that she won Academy Awards for? Taylor didn't like the movie at all, but her fierce honesty made it unforgettable, and it turned scandal into stardom. All right. Butterfield 8. 1960. Cool picture, huh? And she walked out of that apartment wearing only a mink coat. So there you go. All right, I think you might have heard this one. Number 11. This is actually her first movie, I believe. 1944. A 12-year-old with a horse and a dream. There were no explosions, just a lot of parts. Taylor's breakout role made her, I guess she had been in other things before, made her a household name and permanently linked her to the color purple. Well, the metaphorical kind. Close, Doctor. You're in the ballpark there. You're in the ballpark. She trained rigorously for the writing scenes, doing many stunts herself. The story's about courage, childhood, and chasing impossible victories. Now, it wasn't called Black Beauty. It was called something else. And this has been remade as well. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You got it. That horse, the pie, was her co-star and lifelong friend. Taylor kept the horse, the pie, after filming and rode him for years. She said he was her first leading man. How sweet. National Velvet is correct. Very good. National Velvet, 1944. 12 years old. Mickey Rooney. There you go. All right. Number 10. I think you might know this one. Tennessee Williams' sultry southern heat and more marital tension than a reality show reunion. Taylor plays Maggie the cat. Ferocious, frustrated, and fabulous. She's opposite Paul Newman, and she turns every line into a duel. Yeah. Which one is this? Tennessee Williams, Sultry Southern Heat. If Southern Gothic had a face, it would be hers in that white slip. Yes. Elizabeth in the white slip. Because of censorship rules, much of Williams' subtext had to be hidden, making Taylor's performance all the more electric for what it couldn't say aloud. Well, so it's very similar to Streetcar Named Desire. It's the other one. It's the other one. It's not Streetcar. Stella! No, this one's Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, 1958. She's the cat on the hot tin roof. There you go. I guess she screams. I don't know. Number 9. Whew, I better be careful. Number 9. Ambition meets tragedy in a love triangle for the ages. Taylor's Angela Vickers is beauty, wealth, and danger all wrapped into white chiffon. Montgomery Clift's tortured performance and their chemistry nearly melted the film stock. Now, remember, Montgomery Clift's the guy who got in the bad car accident and ruined his face. So I don't know if this movie was before that. I'm thinking it was. Or after that. Every close-up looks like a prayer and a warning. This is the movie that made her a true star. Clift and Taylor became lifelong friends, and their emotional bond off-screen gave the film its haunting intensity. You know, these are harder than you would have thought, right? Elizabeth Taylor, you would have thought. I mean, the last few, I mean, the top 5, you're going to know all those. But these are a little tougher than we thought. They're all a little older. 1951, A Place in the Sun. A Place in the Sun. Montgomery Clift and Elizabeth Taylor. Cool. Now, this was a big, big movie. This next one. That's a clue, incidentally. 1956. Texas Oil Ego. Elizabeth Taylor. That's the whole lineup. That's actually not the whole lineup. She plays Leslie Benedict, a woman who marries into cattle money and challenges the patriarchy while wearing pearls. Only Elizabeth Taylor. Opposite Rock Hudson and James Dean, she holds her own like a cinematic force of nature. The movie spans decades, tackling racism, greed, and the rise of modern America. Yeah, very good, Doctor. Very good. James Dean. Taylor brings moral depth to a story drenched in testosterone. James Dean died before the film's release, giving it a mythic quality and making Taylor its living link to Hollywood's last rebel. There you go. Giant is correct. Giant. 1956. Yeah. There she is. Looking good. Gotta hand it to Grok on these videos, too. All right, number 7. Number 7. A Southern institution, a missing cousin, and one very suspicious salad. Ooh. Welcome to the world of Tennessee Williams again. Taylor's Catherine is trapped between madness and truth. And Katharine Hepburn plays her manipulative aunt, serving menace with a side of decorum. This is quite the picture too, actually. Quite the picture. The story is gothic, grotesque, and unforgettable. And remember, all these pictures are actually from movies and things. They're real pictures, but then at the end we kind of spin it with the AI video. Taylor's climatic monologue is pure cinematic hypnosis. Whatever happened to Mary Jane or Baby Jane? But that's a Betty Davis. That's a Betty Davis. I don't know. Maybe Elizabeth Taylor was in that too. I'm not sure. Not this one. The film's unspoken horrors were so shocking that the Catholic Legion of Decency nearly banned it, boosting ticket sales, naturally. This was called Suddenly Last Summer. There she is, Suddenly Last Summer. Yeah, 1959. There you go. All right, down to number 6. And I know you know this one. I know you know. This is the most expensive film ever made up until that time. And every cent shows. Taylor became an international sensation as the Queen of the Nile. The costumes alone weighed more than some of her co-stars. Her romance with Richard Burton turned the production into Hollywood's hottest scandal. Yes, of course. It's part movie, part myth, and entirely Elizabeth Taylor. The film nearly bankrupted 20th Century Fox, but also redefined what a blockbuster really could be. And yes, you are correct. This one is Cleopatra, 1963. The romance with Richard Burton turned the production into Hollywood's hottest scandal. Well, even back then, a lot of that stuff was done, right, to help ticket sales. There she is, Miss Cleopatra. Cleopatra the Seventh of the Ptolemaic dynasty. Since we do a little history around here too. There she is. Side-eye. Kind of some side-eye. Number 5. Number 5. Shakespeare with a shot of whiskey and a lot of marital warfare. Taylor and Burton transformed Katharina and Petruchio into verbal prize fighters. Every insult lands like a love letter wrapped in dynamite. Their real-life chemistry blurs the line between art and argument. Taylor's fiery wit gives the play new bite. So this was a big play. There you go. There you go. You are correct again. You're on a streak. Doctor's got a streak going. Burton quipped that working with Taylor was like acting opposite Mount Vesuvius. She reportedly loved that description. Working with Mount Vesuvius. Taming of the... I bet they had a little bit of a fiery relationship. Were they married 3 times? Or just twice? I can't remember. Married twice, got back together the 3rd time. I don't know which. You're correct. Taming of the Shrew, 1967. Won some awards, I think. I could be mistaken, but should have won awards. All right. Another Tennessee Williams, 1968. This is a cool picture. Avant-garde absurdism by Tennessee Williams again. Clearly, he could not quit Elizabeth Taylor. Taylor plays a dying poetess visited by a mysterious young man who is also played by Richard Burton. It's equal parts bizarre and mesmerizing, like a dream that forgets its own plot. The critics hated this movie, but cult audiences worship it. Taylor swans around in caftans so magnificent they deserve their own credit. The film later inspired fashion designers and drag performers alike. Proof that even a flop can be fabulous. So this movie was a flop, not a fashion flop, but it became a cult favorite. Cult favorite. And, you know, the robots love the cult favorites. Boom is the name of this movie. Boom. That sound familiar to anybody? 1968. Boom. Ba-boom. Okay, top 3 Elizabeth Taylor movies. Here we go. Here we go. They don't get easier. I lied to you about that. Knights, Castles, and Chivalry. Taylor's beauty was practically made for Technicolor. Now, this is 1952. So, let's see, if she was 12 in 1944, she'd be 8 years older. So she'd be 20 years old. She plays Rebecca, a Jewish heroine who outshines every sword in the room. Her quiet dignity grounds the adventure in humanity. Even among the chainmail and catapults, she steals the moral spotlight. All right, 1952. This is a film about valor made radiant by empathy. Yeah, there you go, Doctor. Taylor insisted on portraying Rebecca's courage, not just her beauty. A choice that modern critics now celebrate as quietly revolutionary. Ivanhoe is correct. Ivanhoe, 1952. Knights, Castles, and Chivalry. And she does look cute there. I must say. All right. Number 2. Now, this is a moody romance set on the fog-kissed coast of Big Sur. This is the Big Sur movie, if anybody remembers that. She plays a free-spirited single mother who schools authority as often as she paints. Richard Burton is the conflicted minister who gets swept into the tide. Their on-screen affair mirrors a very headline-friendly off-screen saga. This is 1965, mid-saga. The love theme became an instant standard you've definitely heard before. The film introduced The Shadow of Your Smile, is the name of the song, which went on to win the Academy Award for Best Original Song. You have to hum a few bars for me. The Shadow of Your Smile. Anyway, classic Richard Burton, Elizabeth Taylor, romance, a moody romance set in the fog-kissed coast of Big Sur called The Sandpiper. The Sandpiper, there they are. There they are. Back together again, obviously. All right, so what's the number 1 Elizabeth Taylor movie? Anybody know already? She won an award for it, I think. Forget Cleopatra. This is Taylor at her rawest. Rawest. She transforms into Martha, a bitter academic wife in emotional freefall. The film's black and white cinematography amplifies every tremor of her face. Her verbal duels with Richard Burton are volcanic again. The performance won her a second Oscar and the respect of even her fiercest critics. My image is in an unfortunate location there. Sorry about that. You're gonna have to do like a clear my image off the. Taylor gained weight, aged herself, and ditched glamour entirely for the role, proving that true power in acting comes from fearless vulnerability. A method actress. That's Menagerie. I like that guess. Not correct. It's called Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, 1966, won her second Academy Award win. Second Academy Award win. All right, well, those were a little harder than we might have anticipated. But we made it. We made it through the Elizabeth Taylor list. Very good. All right, I have a intermission lightning round for you. We can take about a 2-minute break here and enjoy Al Pacino movies. And if you know any of them, type them into the chat. That would make the game easier. All righty. Well, it looks like you got quite a few of those, Doctor. You probably needed a little team help to get them all. But you got quite a few. You did get quite a few. Now our next round should be a little different because it's going to be top 20 Oscar snubs that still hurt. So in a lot of these cases, the person ended up eventually getting an award, but at the time it was a big snub. So we'll let the clues do the talking, and we'll get it going here. Where are we? We're right here. Yep. Okay, you know the rules. Robots do the painting. You do the guessing. And I give the clues that in this case are going to be critical to your success. Top 20 Oscar snubs that still hurt today. Okay. Number 20. Now she had 8 nominations, 0 wins, 0 out of 8. The Oscars' longest game of hard to get. She played villains, mothers, schemers, and saints, all flawlessly. The Academy keeps inviting her to dinner, but never serves her dessert. Her Fatal Attraction and Dangerous Liaisons performances still haunt voters' dreams. She is the Meryl Streep of Almost. She's the Meryl Streep of Almost. Fatal Attraction and Dangerous Liaisons. Yeah, very good, Doctor. You got snubbed a bunch of times. 8 times to be exact. In 2019, she lost to Olivia Colman despite being the heavy favorite. Even Coleman apologized mid-acceptance speech. I hate it when that happens. It's like the gal from Venezuela or wherever it was that got the Nobel Peace Prize. It felt bad. She said she gave it to Trump. There she is, Glenn Close. Glenn Close is correct. Very good. All right, number 19. Now, this man who practically invented modern suspense never won a Best Director award. He gave us Psycho, Rear Window, and Vertigo, each a masterclass in terror. The Academy seemed more afraid of him than impressed by him. They did give him a Lifetime Award instead, like a consolation scarecrow. Yeah, of course. And Mr. Hitchcock's first name was... He changed cinema forever and got a golden handshake instead of a golden statue. His only competitive Oscar? None. He got none. But his influence was unmeasurable. He made paranoia fashionable. Wilfred. Very close. Alfred. Very close. How about, do you know when he was born? When was Alfred Hitchcock born? That's a tough one. He was born 2 centuries ago. He was born in 1899. How about that? All right. One of our favorites here on the show. A visionary genius, a perfectionist, and owner of the slowest zoom in film's history. The slowest zoom. He directed 2001, Dr. Strangelove, and A Clockwork Orange. No directing Oscar, though. His movies won technical awards, as if the Academy feared his brain. Yeah. Corrective place. He never showed up to campaign. The man let his monoliths do the talking. He is the greatest perfectionist, never perfected his Oscar shelf. Yes. He did win 1 Oscar for visual effects, making him Hollywood's most intelligent technician. Yeah, that's not cool. Stanley Kubrick, of course. Stanley Kubrick. And I don't know, aren't those interviews where he admits to like faking and filming the moon landing or something? That seems familiar to me. He died soon after that. Stanley Kubrick. Eyes wide shut. Indeed. Okay. Now this gal had 6 nominations and 6 heartbreaks. She charmed as a Disney princess, shocked as a con artist, and gutted us in Arrival. But always the bridesmaid, never the Academy bride. Never. If talent were a currency, she'd own the Dolby Theater. All right, who remembers who this is? She's a redhead. 6 nominations, 6 losses, 0 for 6. Fans joke that she should star as a woman who wins an Oscar, just to manifest it. She's good at everything, to be honest. She is good at everything. This is Amy Adams. Amy Adams. Yeah, there she is. I'd give her an award. All right. Also, this is a surprising one. Now, this is the girl who sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow. That's pretty good. Never found her golden one. She lost to Grace Kelly in 1955 despite giving birth days before the ceremony. I don't know what that means. One of the greatest natural talents Hollywood ever saw, and underappreciated by its gatekeepers. Her voice won hearts, but not enough votes. Yes. Of course. Of course. There's no place like home, but apparently no Oscar there either. Yeah. The Academy later gave her kids an honorary award, as if to say, our bad. Posthumous. Our bad. Horrible. Judy Garland, of course. 1922 to 1969. Yeah. Liza Minnelli, right? Her daughter. Yeah. All right. Number 15. Now, that's a good movie. I could see they should have gone. So this movie had 7 Oscar nominations, 7, but not a single win. And The Warden kept the Oscar too. It lost Best Picture to Forrest Gump. Time turned this prison drama into a sacred text of hope. So this movie's gotten more and more honored over time. IMDb calls it the best film ever made. I've heard that before too. Best film ever made. The Academy called it Next Time. The best film ever made. It escaped mediocrity even without a statue. You know, it eventually it grew over time. It's now shown in management seminars as an allegory for perseverance. Proof good art does hard time. Yeah, you're correct. It is indeed The Shawshank Redemption. 1944. We are counting down the top 20 Oscar snubs of all time. And we are down to number 14 on our list. Spike Lee's fiery Brooklyn masterpiece, not even nominated for Best Picture. Wasn't even nominated. It's been called the most important American film of the 1980s. It lost out to Driving Miss Daisy, which says a lot about that era. Lee handled the snub like his character Mookie, with righteous anger and long memory. So we're looking for the name of the movie that should have been at least nominated for Best Picture. The movie taught a generation how cinema can punch up. In 2019, Spike Lee finally won a writing Oscar and jumped into Samuel L. Jackson's arms like a long-delayed victory lap. Yeah, Doctor, very good. Yeah, do the right thing. Do the right thing. It was a big deal when I didn't even get nominated. 1989. Nobody was ready for Spike Lee yet. Nobody was ready. Oh well. He's done okay. He's done okay. All right, well, I wish our British friends were with us here. 8 nominations, 0 wins. 8 nominations, 0 for 8, the Academy's most elegant oversight. His performance in Lawrence of Arabia alone should have done it. He joked that his honorary Oscar, this is one of the guys that gave an honorary Oscar because they felt bad. It felt like a consolation prize from my mother. He didn't like it. Every time he lost, the audience groaned. It became tradition. He made losing look classy. Yeah, very good. Very good. His record-breaking nominations without a win still stand. 0 for 8. Like Glenn Close. Did Glenn Close finally win something? I can't remember. Maybe a supporting actress. I can't remember. His record-breaking nominations without a win still stand. His charm also undefeated. And you're correct. This is Mr. Peter O'Toole. Peter O'Toole, 1932 to 2013. That's quite a while ago. It's been 12 years already. Wow. Alrighty. Number 12 on our list of Oscar snubs says we're doing a countdown. Another gentleman had 7 nominations and none for the trophy shelf. His voice could have melted marble, yet Oscar voters stayed stone cold. From Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf to Beckett, he carried gravitas like a sword. Maybe the Academy was tired of seeing him and Taylor together. They figure they gave it to his wife. They don't need to give it to him. His lack of wins remains a Shakespearean tragedy. 0 for 7. So second only to Peter O'Toole. Too many British guys. Yep. He passed a long time ago. You know, he passed in 1984. I didn't realize it was so long. He once quipped, "I have a collection of nominations. They're a lot easier to dust." The nominations are a lot easier to dust. Richard Burton is correct. Richard Burton. There he is. All right, number 11. Now, this lady was born in the same year I was born. So we're just going to let that be a mystery. 4 nominations, 4 near misses. Well, that's not terrible. 0 for 4. She's been everything from seductive in American Beauty to soulful in 20th Century Women. Voters adore her. Just never enough in a single year. She's the Academy's favorite recurring dream. Maybe her next role should be Oscar winner played by She was married to Warren Beatty. She jokes she doesn't need a statue. She already has one. Yeah, you got it. Very good. Very good. Married to Warren Beatty, she jokes she doesn't need a statue. She already has one. There you go. Annette Bening. That's correct. Very good. Annette Bening. All right. Now, this next one kind of surprises me, but, to each his own. There she is. Annette's still talking to us. See you, Annette. 0 for 4. Better luck. All right. Now, number 10. This is a movie. A breakup movie disguised as a sci-fi experiment. It won for screenplay, but missed Best Picture. Irony, since it's about memory loss. Jim Carrey's best dramatic work. Kate Winslet's hair deserved its own nomination. Is that her in the blue hair? I don't know. I think so. It made melancholy beautiful, which confused the voters. It's the kind of movie that hurts more each year, in a good way. This film's script is now studied in psychology courses. Oscar or not, it rewired storytelling itself. Now, I'm not placing this movie. I'm not remembering it, but apparently it was a big deal. It won for Best Screenplay, but missed for Best Picture. Jim Carrey, Kate Winslet with blue hair. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Oh, yeah, that was good. Very good. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Close enough, Doug. All right. Number 9. The cowboy romance that broke hearts and boundaries. Broke my boundaries. Everyone expected it to win Best Picture. Then came Crash. The upset remains one of Oscar's most infamous moments. Ang Lee still won Best Director, but the sting remains. Yeah. Hard to watch in one sitting, that's for sure. I wish I knew how to quit you. Now doubles as the movie's relationship with justice. After the loss, even Academy members admitted regret, proving time has better taste than voters. But Crash was pretty good, but Crash was so understated, or whatever you call that style, right? Crash. Good movie, but everybody wanted to give it to Brokeback Mountain. I can't quit you! Can't quit you! Yeah, there you go. Oscar snubs. Top 8. Here we go. Number 8. Quentin Tarantino's pop culture grenade changed cinema overnight. It lost Best Picture to Forrest Gump. So this was the same year as the other one that lost to Forrest Gump. Proving Oscar's preferred jogging to dancing. This revived John Travolta and reinvented dialogue itself. Yes, of course. Reinvented dialogue itself. The soundtrack alone could win a trophy. It's the film that made indie cinema cool forever. The Palme d'Or at Cannes almost made up for it. Oh, so it won the Cannes Film Festival. Almost made up for it, but Tarantino still swears gleefully about it. Yeah. He thought it should have won. Quentin Tarantino, Pulp Fiction. 1994. 1994. One of our favorites on the show, for sure. Oh, they're doing a remake of Kill Bill, right? Aren't they? Something like that? I think so. Something like that. Something going on with Kill Bill. They're putting it all back together, or I don't know. Something. Maybe you guys know. All right, number 7. Now, this one actually had 11 nominations. And get this. 0 wins. 11 nominations. We're looking for the movie. 11 nominations, 0 wins. No. Hey, Wonder Boy's in the house. What's going on? Reese. That's not it. Spielberg directed Oprah and Whoopi. It was one of the most emotional American films ever made. The Oscars politely applauded, then moved on. 0 for 11. History, of course, gave it all the love it deserved. This is not Pocahontas. This is not Pocahontas. This is Oscar snubs, 11 nominations, 0 wins. There you go, Doctor. Whoopi Goldberg later joked she didn't win because nobody told the Academy to bring tissues. 1985, The Color Purple is correct. The Color Purple. There you go. Never heard of it. Okay. All right, let's go back in time to 1941. This was called the greatest film ever made. I thought that was another one. But the Oscars called it close enough. It lost Best Picture to How Green Was My Valley, a film few remember now. Have you guys ever even heard of How Green Was My Valley? How Green Was My Valley. Orson Welles made the camera itself a character. His innovation scared Hollywood and voters. Not Casablanca. There you go, Doctor. Rosebud. I can't say it right. Rosebud remains cinema's most famous word, with no statue attached. It did win for Best Screenplay, but its loss reshaped how we define masterpiece. Rosebud. Now, does everybody know what Rosebud was? What was Rosebud? A little quirky trivia for you. What was Rosebud? It was his childhood snow sled. His favorite toy. Rosebud. Yeah, very good. You got it. All right, number 5. Oscar snubs. Steven Spielberg's war epic opened with 30 minutes of cinematic chaos and genius. Everyone assumed it had Best Picture in the bag. Yeah. Okay, so we're doing Oscar snubs. And so, yes, you have the right answer. But which picture won the Best Picture over this movie? Even Harvey Weinstein's campaign couldn't rewrite history's outrage. Every critic since still calls it the real winner. It's the real winner. It's used in film schools as how to lose an Oscar you deserve. I don't know what that means. Anyway, Saving Private Ryan is indeed the correct answer for the movie that got snubbed. But what was the movie that won? What was the movie that won the award? What in hard to believe, actually. They had to have something against this one. Shakespeare in Love. Shakespeare in Love. Everybody remember that one? I mean, yeah, Lion King. It's worse than Lion King. Shakespeare in Love. Go back and look at that movie. Oscar winner. All right, now this is the director lady, okay? This is the lady who directed Lady Bird and Barbie. Two cultural juggernauts. Both films got Best Picture nods, but she was snubbed for the directing. So she has 2 Best Pictures, but nothing for her. That's like being invited to dinner, but told not to cook. Her vision helped redefine what modern feminism looks like on screen. The Academy's oversight was so public, it turned into a meme. Now, this is the director lady. That's Margot Robbie on the left. And the director lady is named Lady Bird and Barbie. 2 cultural juggernauts. 1 Best Picture. When Barbie passed $1 billion, fans called it the People's Oscar. Greta Gerwig. All right, there you go. Robots like her. All right, number 3, you'll know this guy. Up until 2016, though, he was snubbed. 5 nominations, countless icebergs of frustration. The man wrestled bears, died in the snow, and still came home empty-handed. I guess they did. Didn't it win Best Picture? I know. You know, it's not my number 1 film. It was visually kind of interesting, Barbie, I'd say. Anyway, his win became the internet Super Bowl. Before that, every loss felt like a cosmic joke. After winning, he used his speech to plug climate change awareness, proving the man never wastes the spotlight. All right, so 0 for 5 up through 2016. Who's this? It's kind of an unusual picture of him. Did you know he's old now? Yeah. Usually we use the younger pictures of him. The child actor. Leonardo DiCaprio was snubbed many times. But he finally did break through. Much like this next gentleman as well. Number 2. It took 5 nominations and 30 years for the Academy to crown him finally. He gave us Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, Goodfellas, All Losers. Finally, he won for The Departed. This is director, Best Director. His reaction, a mix of disbelief and about time. Film students everywhere cheered for justice served cold. During his long dry spell, he joked that he was building character. And boy, did he. Yeah, very good. Wonder Boy. Tucker. You guys both got that one. Martin Scorsese, up until 2006, was winless. Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, Goodfellas. Nothing. Departed, he got it. There he is. He's happy about it, though. Yeah, we've been having more lurkers. Here we go. It's okay, you know? You just hang out. It's cool. It's a good place to hang. All right, number one Oscar snub, 1952. The happiest movie ever made wasn't even nominated for a Best Picture. Gene Kelly danced through puddles. The Academy splashed indifference. It's now hailed as the greatest musical ever filmed. Now they say that. The irony, it's about Hollywood not recognizing talent. The ultimate snub that turned into immortality. Yeah, very good. Decades later, the Library of Congress preserved it as a national treasure. It's a national treasure. Trump will give it the Freedom Award. Take that, Oscars. Take that. Singing in the Rain is correct. From 1952, Gene Kelly. Gene Kelly dancing in puddles. There you go. Singing in the Rain, 1952. Whoa, hang on there, Gene. Thank God for AI. You would have fallen over. All right, good job, guys. You got all those. Did you get almost all those? I think so. Pretty sure you got almost all of those. All right, so I have another brief intermission before we do round three. We do have a round three of cars, production cars. But before we do that, I have an intermission where you don't have to work. You just watch. And this is my Dave Time Traveler series. And I do have a special announcement that's also co-starring with me in the time travel videos is my lovely wife, Irina. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. Here you go.
I seem to have landed in a dream painted in sepia and silk.
Frankly, my dear, I'm from farther away than you can imagine.
You do talk strange, but you dance well enough for a man out of nowhere.
The world is beautiful, but fragile as a film reel before the flame.
Then handle it gently, traveler. Some hearts don't take to change.
Every empire builds its illusions in marble and melody.
Then let's dance until illusion feels real.
History burns faster than we can save it.
If you go now, will you remember me beyond this age?
Across time, across worlds, some stories refuse to fade.
Where am I? Persepolis? This can't be real. I need to figure out what's going on.
Quite the procession, Alexander.
Look at them, David. Persia's wealth now walks with us, and so do their hearts.
It's remarkable. I can't argue with results.
Then let them see we march together.
Tonight we drink to victory! To the king! To victory!
And shamed you before the world, my king. Burn their ships. Let the Aegean glow for them.
You'd have me raise the world for one city?
For the lesson it teaches. Vengeance is remembrance.
They're hungry for blood.
Get back! Fire's taking the roof! Get back! It's coming down! Move!
It's really burning. You're Alexander the Great. I actually made it. It's over. Time to go.
All righty. Hopefully you found that somewhat humorous. I know I have fun making them, that's for sure. All right, so this is 20 most popular production cars. However, it is a few around the world. It's not just U.S. I'd say it's mostly U.S. cars because they probably sold more cars in the U.S. than anywhere else. Everybody had 3 or 4 at one time. Not anymore, but they used to. So anyway, let's get this thing going and see what we can do. Alrighty now. You know the rules. Robots paint. You guess. And I'm the one who gives you the clues that are sometimes helpful, sometimes not so much. Top 20 most popular production cars. So I think that means they sold the most. Now, number 20, they actually made for a long time. This car ran all the way from 1959 to 2005. I think the picture is an older one. Now, this is a car that was so comfortable, your grandparents probably took it to every wedding, funeral, and buffet in town. It was once the symbol of middle-class American confidence. Yeah, it don't exist anymore, incidentally. Long, wide, and endlessly smooth. You could fit half a neighborhood in the trunk. You go to the drive-in. It became Buick's bread and butter for nearly half a century. The full-size sedan that taught America the meaning of the land yacht. This is the original land yacht. It's a Buick. Anybody know the model? It's a Buick. The Buick LeSabre. Buick LeSabre. The name LeSabre means the saber in French because nothing says cutting edge like 4,000 pounds of Detroit steel. 4,000 pounds. There you go, Buick LeSabre. Number 20 in the list. Now, the next one's a little more modern. And this one sells worldwide. Started in 1992. This is the car of choice for commuters, rental fleets. It is the car of choice for rental fleets and responsible adults everywhere. It's been a steady top seller in North America for decades. It's known for comfort, reliability, and that elusive, sporty feel without breaking the bank. If you've ever missed a highway exit, you probably did it in one of these. This is Nissan's Quiet Superstar. Nissan, the Quiet Superstar. So if you guys have ever rented cars, what's the one they have the most of? Nissan. I think they call this a full size. Yeah. Regular size. The medium. Like the Mama Bear. It's the Mama Bear rented car. This is a Nissan Altima. I don't know where they came up with these names. Nissan Altima. Yeah, okay. Guess it's popular. The Altima once, I wouldn't buy it, but I have rented it. The Altima once topped U.S. sales charts during the Great Recession, proof that practical never goes out of style. Did we have a Great Recession in there somewhere? Guess we did. All right, number 18. I think you'll know this one. 1997 is when this one started. The car that made hybrid a household word. Hybrid. It turned fuel economy into a lifestyle flex. Hollywood loved it before the Tesla was a twinkle in Elon's eye. Its futuristic hum became the soundtrack of suburban parking lots. So what was the first hybrid that was popular? First hybrid that was popular. The first mass market hybrid that saved both gas and face. And of course, if you got one of these, then you were doing your part for the environment. I guess you still are. They've looked different over the years. They started in 1997, and the company is Toyota. Toyota. No, not Tesla. Tesla came later. This is the original hybrid, the original one. Toyota Prius. Yeah, it was a status thing. Yeah, exactly. All right, you got it. All right, number 17. Now this is a European thing. Euro. This is a Eurozone. Europe's favorite small car that's just posh enough for city living. It's a Golf that decided to save on rent. Yes, I mean, it's a little smaller than a Golf. It's loved for its handling and German efficiency in fun-sized package. Popular from Berlin to Buenos Aires, it's VW's compact charm factory. It isn't the Golf. This is the slightly smaller one. It's the little sibling that could. In the 1980s, VW even released a Harlequin version. Each body panel a different color, turning practical into playful. Yeah, you got it. It is called the Polo. And did you get that last line there? VW released a Harlequin version. Each body panel a different color. Oh my goodness. Okay. I guess it's popular. Who knew? We didn't know. I don't think there's any of them in the US. I'm not sure. All right, number 16. Now this one is all over the US. Half wagon, half I've got a good joke for this one. Half wagon, half SUV, all loyal following. Its commercials made you want to buy camping gear. It's a cult favorite among hikers, dog owners, and people with two first names. It's been Subaru's ticket to global success and wilderness cool. This is Subaru's ticket to global success and wilderness cool. The crossover before crossovers were cool. So, no. Subaru. And think like Australia. Think Australia. And what do they have in the Australia? Where does this look like in Australia? Where is this in Australia? It's the outback. It doesn't really look, it's got Joshua trees though, so it's probably not Australia. Subaru Outback. All right. Now I saw the answer somewhere up there for this next one. You just keep throwing car names out. You're gonna get a few. The name says party, and for nearly 50 years, it delivered affordable fun. 1976 to 2000, they just stopped making this thing. 2023. This is one of Europe's most beloved small cars. Cheap to run, easy to park, hard to dislike. Even rally drivers adored it. Yeah, there you go. You are correct. You are correct. Even rally drivers adored it. Its retirement in 2023 felt like the end of an era. Proof that big joy can come in tiny packages. And you are correct. It is the Ford Fiesta. The Fiesta appeared in The Crown as Princess Diana's first car. Oh, in The Crown. Is that true? In the show The Crown, this was Princess Diana's first car. Humble beginnings for royal speed. Ford Fiesta. Launched in 1976. Wow. Back in the day. Indeed. I don't know where they are. Is that in London? It looks like it's in London. Yeah, maybe. All right, next up. Let's go upscale a little bit, but still very popular. Started in 1975, this car. This is the luxury car that says, I've made it. But still, it corners really well. It's very tight. Beloved by executives, at least the original ones were. Beloved by executives and track day enthusiasts alike. It basically defined the sports sedan. Defined the sports sedan. If you see it in your rear view, someone's enjoying the drive more than you are. Yeah. But, okay, specifically, what's the most popular series of BMW? Do you know that? Do you know, I actually had, when I was in college, I had a 2002, a BMW 2002, little boxy unit. Yeah, that was cool. Except, you know, it was unfortunately in the shop more often than it was on the road. So there was that. There was that. It's the 3 Series. The 3 Series. BMW 3 Series is the most popular. The 3 Series has appeared in over 1,000 films and TV shows, making it Hollywood's unofficial company car. There you go. There it is. Look at it go. Looks like it's going fast. All right. Well, let's move on. Number 13. Number 13. This is a popular car. Popular car. Boring car. Started in 1976. This is reliable, unflashy, and utterly unstoppable. It's the family car that earned millions of repeat buyers. It's been built in more countries than some airlines fly to. So they build this all over the world. The car your parents loved, and now your kids might too. Hopefully not the same one. Hopefully not the same one. It's the gold standard for sensibility. The gold standard for sensibility. Now, I will tell you, it is a Honda. And I am still a Honda owner. I have owned a lot of Hondas. They just run, you know? They just run. You occasionally put a little oil in there. Once in a while. Well, hang on to that one, Wonder Boy, because that one will come up. But yes, this is the family version, the Accord, Honda Accord. The Accord was the first Japanese car built in the U.S. Did you know that? It's the first one they started building over here. A plant in Ohio that still makes cars today. There you go. Honda Accord. Very popular car. All right, let's go. Let's go to Europe. Europe in quotations, okay? Number 12. This was the Soviet Union's answer to what if we make a Fiat, but we make it more square? How can you make it more square? It became the default car for millions from Moscow to Mongolia. It was tough, it was cheap, and it was mechanically immortal. Over 18 million were produced, and many were still running decades later. It's proof that communism and carburetors could coexist. So this is the the good Soviet car. This was the one that the Soviets sold all over the world. It is kind of boxy. Did he guess this? This thing was called the Lada Riva. Lada Riva. Otherwise known as the VAZ 2101 series. A Soviet vehicle. Proof that communism and carburetors coexist. There you go. Lada Riva. Lada Riva. Alright. Number 11. Another one of these boring ones. They sell a lot. This was once the underdog. It's now the overachiever. It's affordable and stylish. It helped Hyundai earn global respect. This is the one that got Hyundai on the board. From humble beginnings to sharp-edged design and hybrid tech. It's a hybrid. What's its secret weapon? Value that refuses to quit. This is every Uber driver's best friend. Hyundai offers a lifetime battery warranty on some of these cars, commitment that outlasts most marriages. Now I like the lightning in the background. That's cool. Yeah, okay. So this is the boring popular one. It was started in 1990, and this is known as the Hyundai Elantra. Hyundai Elantra. There you go. There it is. Hyundai Elantra. All right, well, let's switch back into more of a European thing. Excuse me here. The thinking person's family car. A bridge sporty and sensible long before crossovers took over. European enough to feel refined, practical enough for suburbia. It's quietly racked up millions of sales worldwide. The kind of car you forget until you drive one. Then you remember. European enough to feel refined, practical enough for suburbia. It's a Volkswagen. It's a Volkswagen. The name means trade wind. Fitting for a car that's blown through nearly every market on Earth. It's a Volkswagen, started in 1973, family car. There you go. Very good. That's correct. There it is, in the snow. In the snow. Volkswagen Passat. Passat. It means trade wind. I don't know what language it means, trade wind. I don't know. All right, we're moving down the list. I bet you know the next one. I bet you know it. Now remember, we're doing top-selling production cars. And this is number 9. Number 9 on the list. This is the car that put the world on wheels. Put the world on wheels. Henry Ford's assembly line masterpiece made driving affordable. More than 15 million were sold before most people even owned radios. Get that? Yeah, it was an invention that its time had come. Its controls were weird. No gas pedal, but plenty of courage required. Without this car, the modern world doesn't exist. Close. You're close. It is the model something. It is the Ford model. Ford model. 1908. 1908. Yes, this is the one. This is that one. Any color you want, as long as it's black. Ford once joked customers could. Oh yes, that was my next joke. You stole the robot's joke. It was a marketing line that became a legend, and it is the Model T. The Model T. There you go. All right. Now I've had a couple of these vehicles in my days. So you know it's a Honda. The car that turned compact SUV into an entire lifestyle. Practical, reliable, and just tall enough to feel powerful. Not the Civic. A little bigger than Civic. This is the compact SUV. It's been a top seller on every continent except Antarctica. Very, very popular. It's loved equally by families and golden retrievers. Good dog car. A comfort first revolution on 4 wheels. The name stands for Comfortable Runabout Vehicle. Proof engineers have a sense of humor too. It is the Honda Comfortable Runabout Vehicle. Is that enough of a clue? Honda started in 1995. It was kind of the follow-up to the Honda Element. I don't know if you remember the Element. This is the Honda CR-V. CR-V. They have sold a few of those. Just a few. All right, let's go back to a little bit more of a Americana muscle. The car that defined cool for generations of Americans. From drive-ins to low riders, it's pure pop culture royalty. It was once the best-selling car in America, twice. It cruised through 6 decades of design revolutions. The name alone still evokes chrome and summer nights. It does. The 1964 is the most referenced car in hip-hop lyrics. This is a very popular car in hip-hop lyrics. Beats per mile unmatched. It is a Chevy, a Chevrolet. Cool name. One of the coolest names. Chevrolet Impala. They made it from 1958 to 2020. This looks like about a 58. There it is. Chevrolet Impala. All right. Popular. All right. Let's do number 6. And everybody knows this one. So that's good. The car that went from propaganda project to peace symbol. It's a peace symbol. The car's a peace symbol. It was actually designed by Ferdinand Porsche. Beloved, do you say Porsche or Porsche? Which one do you say? Porsche or Porsche? Beloved by flower children. Over 21 million sold across nearly 70 years. Little do they know it's a little Nazi. Simple, cheerful, and utterly unforgettable. The only car that could smile back at you. You remember a movie called Love Bug? Herbie the Love Bug? Its silhouette is so recognizable that Pixar used it for Herbie before even paying licensing fees. Yeah, it's Herbie. I remember the remake with Lindsay Lohan. The original was who was that guy? Dean something from Disney lore. Herbie the Love Bug. There he is. Little Nazi. All right. Top 5. Let's get it done. Now, you've been wanting to say this one for a long time, Wonder Boy. The compact that built an empire. It's affordable, modifiable, and nearly indestructible. Its engines have powered everything from race cars to lawnmowers. Each generation reinvented what everyday car meant. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So the Civic is quite the interesting story, right? I had a Civic. It was my first car after college. First car that I actually was paying for completely. Yeah. I had a spoiled child. Yeah. So Honda Civic. I've had a few Civics. It's evolved a lot, and then they even have like the street racing versions, right? In some countries, the Civic is the top-selling car and the unofficial taxi of choice. Reliable capitalism at its finest. And yeah, I don't even think I put oil in it very much. Which, that's probably not the best. But it still ran. So there you go. Alrighty. I thought, well, Honda, you don't have to service those, right? Change the tires every 50,000 or whatever. Number 4. This is the car that bridged continents. It was a hit in both the US and Europe. It's economical, it's dependable, and occasionally it's fast. It was everywhere: racetracks, school drop-offs, and police fleets. No, it's not a Land Rover. Hard to see the picture so far. Sold in the tens of millions across multiple generations. This car might be gone, but its DNA lives in today's Focus. So the Focus is the follow-up. This is 1968 to 2004. The name originally came from a Ford van concept. Apparently someone in marketing liked the sound, and so they changed it. This is a Ford, and it sold economical, dependable, occasionally fast. Sold across Europe, sold across the US. It's not a Rabbit. It's a Ford Escort. Now, speaking of that Rabbit thing, now this is not a Rabbit either, but it's like the Rabbit's cousin. This is the People's Hatchback that became Europe's automotive heartbeat. Practical yet punchy, compact yet classy. It introduced the world to the GTI, turning errands into joyrides. Over 35 million of these sold, and counting. It's still being made. Started in 1974. Yeah, there you go. That is correct. Close to the Rabbit, right? Almost a Rabbit. The only car that is both an icon and an appliance. Well, the Golf is correct. Volkswagen Golf. The Golf name continues VW's wind theme. It means Gulf. Golf means Gulfstream. I don't get it. Not a miniature putting green. All right, that was number 3. Volkswagen Golf. Rust Bucket. There you go. That's the other name. All right, top two selling cars of all time. Bet you know them both. Bet you know them both. Think about it. Think about what car have you seen the most of? What's the best-selling cars of all? Technically, this one's not a car, but it outsells cars by a landslide. For over 40 years, it's been America's favorite vehicle. Top vehicle sales in the U.S. Built Ford Tough became a religion, not a slogan. From farm to freeway, it defines working class pride. Farm to freeway. This is really true. 40 years, it's been America's favorite vehicle. 40 million sold and counting. If every one made lined up bumper to bumper, they'd circle the earth twice. What? That can't be true. That's got to be an exaggeration. That's an exaggeration. There's a lot of these. So, it's a truck, and it's a Ford, and it's a Ford. How about Ford F-Series? Ford F-Series. Started in 1948. There it is. America's most popular vehicle. Now, the number one is a bestseller worldwide. Bestseller worldwide. Practical car. Started all the way back in 1966. It is the undisputed best-selling car in human history. Over 50 million sold. Roughly one for every person in Spain. You can picture that. It's been built on nearly every continent except Antarctica. Reliable, modest, and quietly unstoppable. The car that proved consistency can conquer the world. Statistically, this car is sold somewhere in the world every 15 seconds. Statistically. Okay, I'm going to give you a clue. It's a Toyota. Toyota. What is the most popular model of Toyota? Over the years, from 1966 until today, 50 million sold worldwide. It is a Toyota. Kind of just rolls right off the tongue. Rolls right off the tongue. Rolls right off the tongue. There you go. Very good. I was trying to help you. Toyota Corolla. Toyota Corolla is correct. Very good. All right. Well, that was a little bit tougher than we wanted it to be, but we made it. We made it. If you guys missed the Elizabeth Taylor section, gosh, you're gonna have to watch that on replay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Wish you guys were here for the Elizabeth Taylor. Hey, that's all I got tonight. I do want to talk about Wednesday night, though. I hope you guys can make it on Wednesday. Hey, I've got a special. I've got a Halloween special. 3 special categories, all made for Wednesday night. So if you can make it on Wednesday, we start at 7 p.m. Eastern time, which I don't know what time that is in your neck of the woods. But we got 3 rounds, and they kind of get increasingly scary. The first round is kind of classic Halloween movies. And then the second one is old school Halloween movies. And then the third category is most gruesome Halloween movies. So we'll work our way up and hope we don't get banned from YouTube. So Wednesday night is going to be Halloween night. And Sunday night, next Sunday, if you're around for next Sunday, we're going to visit Marlon Brando movies. So that should be fun. So anyway, I've got a compilation of a couple of categories. If you missed them tonight, I'm going to play those right now. And I do appreciate everyone being here. As always, we'll see you next time. And thanks again and take it easy.
Get tapping ignorantly take the stand out of many. The orange mixed over your cat saying. And get this guy in and is getting to get tapping ignorantly take the stand out of many. The orange mixed over your cat saying.